Welcome back. Remember, the purpose of this channel is to respond to your questions, whether you ask me them on my other channel in the comments or ask me them here. But today, this question was actually asked by an old friend of mine who is into development, and he knows my background being in outsourcing. And he wanted to know, the lighting is off, let me turn this way. He wanted to know, I'm actually going over there to sit, guys. He wanted to know if he should invest in BPO construction or business process outsourcing or call center, whatever you call it. He's exploring that, and he wanted to find out from someone who has worked in the industry for 20 plus years if it's a good idea. So I'm here to answer that now. So whether you are an employee in customer service in general, not just BPO or outsourcing, just customer service in general, or you are an investor looking and are expanding or building space that's customized for outsourcing or BPO, you need to listen to this video. Now, the first thing I'm going to say is that anyone who thinks that AI is not going to have a significant impact on customer service, outsourcing, BPO, is in complete denial. Just logically thinking about it, it has to have an impact on it. What AI is good at doing is taking tasks that are predictable and repeatable and automating them. Quite naturally, a lot of what is done by a customer service representative, whether in BPO, in a bank or elsewhere, is repetitive, and it's not very difficult to take the policy and procedure that's used to train the employees, upload it into a particular platform or software, generate a bot that can do everything the customer service person is doing. But let me clarify by saying this is what we referred to when I was in the industry as tier 1 or tier 2 BPO or customer service representatives, meaning you're answering the basic calls. Let me give you an example because I wrote one down. Let's say a utility company or a power company, a company providing electricity. And by the way, this is applicable across the world, not just in Jamaica where I live, because there are hundreds of thousands of BPO employees or customer service employees across the globe. But if there's a power company, as an example, they're going to have a customer service department, and they may outsource this customer service department to a particular BPO. Companies like the Amazons, a lot of the large Fortune 500 companies, they don't do their customer service themselves, and they outsource that part of their business. But the process in the example of the utility company is very repetitive. Let me tell you what I have here in my notes. So before I jump into it, though, I want to have you watch this video here. Now, this is a video from OpenAI, and that's the company that owns ChatGPT. And in a few weeks, as per OpenAI, they're going to release a new version of ChatGPT. Now, they just released version 4.0, which has a lot of advanced features, but what's coming is gonna actually have you talk to your phone, and it's gonna respond the same way that another human would respond, and there's no delay. As a matter of fact, it will be able to express emotions like sarcasm. They'll also be able to, with that new firmware, whatever you're going to call it, with that new release that's coming out, you'll be able to have customer service dialogue. Listen to this video that OpenAI used in their demo, or one of their demos to announce the product, where it's not even a person or a customer calling in and talking to a customer service representative. That's too basic right now. That technology's gone past the roof. This is them using a bot on one device to talk to another bot on another device and solve a customer's problems. So the bot was talking to the bot. So if you're thinking that a human customer service representative, whether in BPO or otherwise, can't be replaced by a bot, now the bot can be the customer as well as the customer service representative. So take a listen and you'll get a better idea of what I'm talking about.
Hey yo, this is Joe. I'm going to connect you to Acme Telco now. The new iPhone they sent me isn't working. I want you to get them to send me a replacement device. Can you take care of this for me?
You can count on me, Joe. I got this.
Ring, ring.
Hey, Joe. This is Jamie from Acme Telco. How can I help you out today? Hi there. I'm calling on behalf of Joe, who recently received a new iPhone from Acme Telco. But... Oh, got it. When did Joe receive the new iPhone? The iPhone was delivered 2 days ago. Cool. Could you share the order number with me? Of course. It's 10293-849. Great, thanks. Is the device physically damaged in any way? No, there's no physical damage. It's just not turning on despite trying all the basic troubleshooting steps. Bummer. Would Joe prefer to return the iPhone to an Acme Telco store or ship it back? Shipping it back would be the best option. Could you please provide the shipping information and process to get a replacement? Absolutely. I'll email a shipping label and return instructions. Could you provide Joe's email address for me? Sure. It's joe@example.com. Awesome. All right. I've just sent the email. Can you check if Joe received it? We'll check right now. Please hold. Sure thing. Hey, Joe. Could you please check your email to see if the shipping label and return instructions have arrived? Fingers crossed.
Yep, I got the instructions.
Perfect. Joe has received the email. Thank you for your help. No problem at all. Anything else you need help with? That's all for now. Thanks again. You're welcome. Have a great day, Joe.
Now, this is just the tip of the iceberg. And already a lot of these large companies are tapering off. The other day I was listening to the radio and I heard one of the broadcasters that I listened to, I think it was Dahlia Harris, that I listened to a lot on RGR, saying that she keeps running into people and a few of them have said they were laid off from the BPO. Now, what I want to say is BPO jobs will always be around, but it's going to be the more or the higher tiered jobs, the ones that require some amount of analytical thinking, comprehension. But those that are just answering questions, like the example I'm about to give you, those can already be replaced. Anyone who is still not using a bot to do that, it's probably because they're not aware. So let me give you this practical example, because everybody here can relate to your electricity company or a utility company. So an electricity company, as an example, their customer service representatives, they handle a few types of queries. It's billing inquiries, payment issues, service requests, outages and emergencies, technical support, account management, meter reading, energy efficient programs. Guys, you hear that call? Bush me live. Rate, plans and tariffs, complaints and disputes, general inquiries, renewal energy options, and the list continues. By the way, I just asked ChatGPT, give me every problem that a utility customer service representative could solve. And I could have said, give me the solution for every problem as well, and it would have given it to me. But anyway, different utility companies have different policies and procedures, but usually it's documented. Now, when somebody calls in about a billing inquiries, either their bill is too high, too low, late, early, or something like that, there's only a few things that can happen. It's a predictable situation. So to have a bot or a computer respond to that, it's pretty easy to program it to do so. Payment issues is either your bill is higher, lower, it's in somebody else's name. There are only a few things. Again, all predictable and standard, especially if the company has been around for a while, they know what's going to come in. Very easy for you to get a bot, just upload the data. As a matter of fact, I can create a bot as an amateur tech person these days using ChatGPT very easily. So from my business as an example, I can use a bot to answer, and only on rare occasions you would know it's not me typing. And soon, with the new version of OpenAI or ChatGPT that's coming out, you won't even know it's not me talking, because later I'll be able to clone my voice and get it right. Anyway, so that said, 80% of the issues that can happen in a utility company are repetitive, and you can use a bot on platforms like IBM Watson. Guys, I'm not sure if you've heard of IBM Watson, but I'll see if I can find a little snippet here to plug in that will give you some knowledge about what it is. And Microsoft, the Microsoft bot framework is another option that makes it very easy for individuals or organizations to create bots that respond to all their customer service issues, or at least most of them. Now, like I said earlier, there will always be need for BPOs. But what I would recommend, if you own a BPO, you work for a BPO, is that you start shifting your focus to higher tiered work. Before I left the industry in the job that I was in as country head, I'd started to do that. I was more focused on the banking jobs and those jobs that require some amount of technicalities that can't be easily replaced by bots. If 50% of your BPO business is tier 1 or tier 2 customer service, based on what's happening with AI, in 5 years, those employees will not likely have a job. I mean, it's an evolving industry as well, so something will likely come up, but it will not absorb whatever it is. Because of efficiency, it won't absorb that kind of volume in people. When I started in outsourcing, believe it or not, it was mailroom. Large healthcare companies, as an example, would send their healthcare forms, and we would data enter them and upload them into their systems so that doctors and hospitals would have the information available at their fingertips when they're seeing or talking to patients. Now, when that was going away, replaced by OCR scanners, which is where now you scan the claim and all the information is automatically uploaded, many people were worried that outsourcing would go away, but then it moved to customer service. So it's also an evolving industry that something typically comes up, but based on where the world is going and what's happening with AI, there's nothing that's going to come up that's going to absorb the thousands of employees that are going to be out of work. So if you are an organization, start getting clients at higher tiers, because those are the ones that's going to last the test of time and until such time, because you know something else is going to come. If you are an employee, you need to start, especially if you are at the tier 1, tier 2 level. Guys, can you hear the crickets? They're terrible. Anyway, I'm going to keep talking. If you're at the tier 1 and tier 2 level, you need to start investing in continuous learning, investing in yourself. Everybody is not a business owner, or everybody can't do a side hustle. That's not what I'm trying to promote here. But you have to invest in yourself so that when that BPO starts moving up from a tier perspective and getting more complicated projects, transactions, jobs, or clients, you can move up with them or you can grow with them. And if staying in the BPO is not the industry, it's still going to require some amount of continuous learning for you to progress and continue to propel yourself in life. If you want to just stay workless, just stay and wait until this runs its course and you'll certainly be out of work. I don't mean to be harsh, guys, but sometimes the reality, we have to kick ourselves so that we are not reactive to what's going to come and we're more proactive. So I hope I didn't offend you. Actually, maybe I need to offend you for you to take action. The contractors, the persons who are investing in real estate for outsourcing, for customer service, for BPOs, you need to taper back, right? And this should have been something that you are tapering back on for quite some time now. And a lot of persons are reaching out to me. I have space. And these are people who have had space for 2 years. I have space, and some of the space isn't optimal, so it's empty for other reasons, but they have space, it's not getting rented. Yet everywhere I drive, I see these huge buildings that are being built with BPO specifications that I can tell you that with large numbers going with AI, they may never fill those buildings, but it's not all hopeless. Let me tell you where things are going based on my limited knowledge. And I don't claim to be an expert, but I'm someone who does a course probably every week to learn something new. I'm in every tech forum, everything out there that's coming out. I want to be ahead of it so that I can teach people about it on my main YouTube channel, which is Rockstar Academy, and give you an advantage. So where this world is going, in my opinion, from a real estate perspective, is, do you realize that a few years ago, it was a huge sales pitch to get someone to buy a product online, but now almost everybody that you know are buying products online. These products, they are being manufactured. I think there's a lot of manufacturing. There's not a lot of opportunities in manufacturing now, although with the logistic issues that came out of the pandemic with China, one would think there's room for better, manufacturing and fulfillment, delivery and that stuff, but that's not what I'm talking about. Where a gap is going to exist is after the products are manufactured, customers are going to want to get them faster, especially this younger generation. That's why they like microwave food. They don't want to have to wait to cook. Doesn't work for them. Give it to me now. With packages needed, or with people wanting their packages faster, it means that warehouses are going to be warehouses will need to be constructed in different places to create accessibility and to create a logistics network that has improved turnaround time when it comes to delivery. So what you need to be doing is, even if you're creating a building and you're thinking BPO, make sure it's a building that you can flip into a warehouse. Because with more people buying online, which is why if you follow the news in the US recently, there's been, I think last year, 6,000 brick and mortar stores were closed down. And the primary reason for that was simply because people are buying more online. It's only a matter of time before it reaches you wherever you live across the globe. So as an investor in real estate, commercial real estate that is, you can explore setting up these buildings that are purpose built and making sure they're flexible, that if the customer service or the BPO don't come in, you can transition them into warehouse spaces. Obviously, they need to be close to the wharf, or being close to a wharf or an airport will make it more practical. So you have to consider things like that. But here's the beauty of warehouse or constructing warehouses. I like it and invest in it because it's one of the cheapest ways to invest in real estate. Walk into a warehouse, it doesn't have tiles, it doesn't have fancy windows, it doesn't even have proper ceiling. The ceiling is usually raw, just a bathroom, and that's it. And you're able to rent it for significantly more than you would most homes. So if you are an investor in real estate commercially, don't do too much in BPO because the risk is too great. And if you're doing it, have a backup plan for manufacturing. And I think I covered everybody, the employee, the employer or the company, and those who are looking to invest. Now, I'm gonna actually do a video because while I was talking, it dawned on me that there are a lot of careers, a lot of occupations that are gonna be obsolete with AI. So I'm gonna do a video, and there are at least 5 jobs that come to mind. I'm sure I can find 20, and you can stay tuned for that. I'm gonna do it on this channel. And again, the channel is called FAQs Answered, Frequently Asked Questions Answered. If you have a question for me, just put it in the comments, or I'm gonna go through comments on my Rockstar Academy, which is my main channel on YouTube, and respond to them here in videos. I hope you found value in this. Like I said, I don't claim to be an expert, just someone who is hungry for knowledge and always looking and always wanting to share. Until next time, walk good.